Staff come and go all day at UN headquarters, but throughout their careers some staffers come and never go from this desirable address in New York's Manhattan. Entire careers are spent here, while many of these employees never make way for other UN workers who end up for long periods in difficult and dangerous postings a world away, in places like Darfur, Kabul or Mogadishu.
And you have to lead by example.
The UN Secretary-General has told his senior staff he wants radical change. He needs to cut posts and change working conditions to bring down the overall budget by as much as $100 million. In these difficult times, huge cuts are a demand by many nations. But he also wants to introduce a culture of mobility, and in this he's backed by the country that pays the largest share of the bills, the United States.
It is not healthy for an organization that it develops a kind of stratified system where certain people can stay in Manhattan or Geneva or somewhere else where they're happy to be for the whole of their professional careers, and tie down a post as if they own it in a feudal sense, while you do have people in very hard positions for too long.
Of course, there's another side to the story. The UN was set up at the end of the Second World War, and in the more than 60 years since then, employees have got used to a certain way of doing things. Some of the staff here have spent their entire careers working at the UN headquarters under the tenure of several Secretary-Generals. They'd planned their lives, their careers and the education of their children on the basis they'd be spending all their time here in New York.
This is a serious problem.
The leadership of the UN New York Staff Union has been meeting to discuss the mobility plan. It's certainly not the only body representing UN staff, but in New York it's the largest. Its leadership particularly angered by recent comments from Ban Ki-moon when he said that staff here are being selfish.
We contribute to the work of the United Nations every single day, like everybody does anywhere in the world. And if to be selfish as far as this union goes is to defend the rights of the staff members it represents, then we are very proud to be very selfish, and we will continue to be selfish because that's what we were elected to do.
If you take a walk around UN headquarters, both inside and out, you'll find images projecting the ideals of peace and harmony. However, some staff here will tell you right now the feeling is more one of disunity and rancour. James Bays, Al Jazeera at the United Nations.